What's up, everybody? Welcome to SnailMail. SnailMail. It's SnailMail time. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody out there. Friday. Hopefully you guys are gearing up for a fun weekend. Jimmy's opening the adult beverages. Oh, it's bubbling. You better don't put that all in the studio. Is that good? Tasty. Finger licking stout.
Yeah.
I might have to get into mine after I get through my Sprite. All right, man. So this is Snail Mail, Friday's episode here. So that means we get to listen to voicemails from everybody and the smooth ASMR of Mr. Black drinking his Guinness drought stout. Is it a drought stout?
It is a drought stout.
There you go.
It doesn't have any water. It's drought.
Oh. The drought. It's does Ireland get droughts? I feel like it rains a lot there. I don't know.
It rains a lot there. Yeah. They have famines, not stouts.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, do you know what they
all the potatoes get moldy from all the rain. So.
Yeah. Do you know what a 7-course meal is in Ireland?
Let me see. French fries, tater tots, crisp cut fries, curly fries, baked potatoes, twice baked potatoes. And then shepherd's pie.
I like it.
Yeah.
This is smart, but it's a 6-pack and a potato.
Okay. That was a lot easier.
Yeah. Still St. Patty's Day where we're recording, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
And I am probably 0% Irish. I'm 364th Irish.
I don't know what I would be. Like, I just know that I'm mainly Danish and English.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a tiny little bit of German in there. So
but I'm Irish. Today.
Got it. One day that's where it came from. All right.
Yeah.
I totally went over my head. You were making a joke.
It was
okay. Good. It's too funny. All right. So we got some voicemails here.
Yeah. Probably some other jokesters as well.
Mm-hmm. Plenty of jokesters on this call in line.
Let me guess. Nick from Montana.
We might get to him.
Oh, I thought he was going to be first.
I think. Oh, no, okay. He's not first.
He's last.
Probably be the last one.
There you go. Right where you deserve to be, Nick.
It is funny. He sent me pictures of his new PRP seats.
Yeah, me too.
It looks like you need to like grease him up to get him in and out of those seats. Who wants to grease up Nick? Jimmy does. That guy.
Got some lard, or we got butter, or olive oil. What do you want to do, Nicholas?
Oh, man. All of the above. Just make a big concoction.
Some KY.
Oh, man. Well, you know those 55-gallon drums of KY you can get on Amazon?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to order one, have it shipped to Nick's, and then we'll show up the following day. So
and it'll be gone already.
It'll be gone already. Too
Showed
funny.
up one day late.
Yeah. There is an event going on out of Bozeman, Montana, at the X Overland Ranch.
Okay.
And I'm debating on going.
Ooh.
So if Morphlate goes, Nick, you'll have to show me how to use KY jelly. So to get in and out of PRP seats.
I think we'll have experience with that before.
Yes.
That event, but maybe we'll bring our own KY.
Yeah. I didn't order the bucket, like the race seats like he did.
Oh.
I ordered the Enduro, not the Enduro Trails. It's like the Enduro, not the originals either. It's like the first upgrade after the regular Enduro seats.
Enduro Plus.
Enduro, maybe. I forget what they're called.
I don't know.
We ordered those ones for the mule.
Cool.
So,
all right.
They're nice and easy and plush to get in and out of, and they support your back.
I like it.
Yep.
Did you get the air conditioning too?
I did.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
Yeah, really what that is we're just running a tube from the IceCo chest up to your t-shirt.
I'm okay with that too.
Plugging it into your race catheter. How's that?
Only if we don't have to talk about shrinkage. All right, we're going to start this episode.
What are we doing? Anyways, all right. So first up, caller for today, which if you guys don't know what this is a voicemail episode. So you guys can leave us a voicemail at 916-345-4744. We'll play it. You guys, this is the first time we've played it. So you get our genuine reaction, and that's how this works. So first up today.
Yes.
Is Mr. Alex from Botches Offroad.
Yeah. Alex, what's up?
This was on February 19th is when this voicemail was left. So let's see where we're at today with Alex.
I'm listening to, this is Alex from Botches Off-Road, by the way. I'm listening to 682 where Jimmy had deleted all the files for an interview. And the whole time he's saying it, I'm like, man, this sounds like something I would have done or Gavin would have done. Like, this just seems like something that's happened to us before. And then he says he botched it. And I'm like, God damn it. He's going to reference us. And then he did. So, yeah. Jimmy, don't worry about it, dude. Crap happens. We've had the start of our season 3 has been rough as hell, with mic issues on mic issues, internet issues. I mean, we've just been plagued, dude. It's been a rough one. But big thing is you're getting content out there that people enjoy. And yeah, I mean, my work days will be boring as hell without you guys. So you're allowed to mess up once or twice a year. Yeah, I'd say that. Don't quite get to our 15 to 40 times a year, but you know, it is what it is. All right. I'll catch you guys later.
I would listen to us all day too if I was a chicken wrangler.
Pretty much. Yeah. Turkey wrangler. Yeah, that was in regards or in lieu of I lost all the files for the damn it, why can't I the other gentleman's podcast that was at King of the Hammers with us.
Dirt Drives?
Dirt Drives,
Yeah.
when I interviewed
That's right, that's the
them
one.
for the podcast, and I must have deleted it on accident just in the mix of going down to King of the Hammers and coming here to the studio and doing whatever. I think I didn't remove it off of the hard drive, and then I format both of the hard drive for the video and hard drive SD card for before recording. Every single time I format them, and I think the file was just still on there, and I just formatted it and got rid of it.
That's a bummer.
So, yeah, and I do remember saying I totally botched it, and then I was like, "Hey, that's funny." So that's funny you brought that up, Alex.
Yep.
And I do apologize, Alex, for spelling your name wrong on another snail mail episode, and I guarantee he called in, and he is Alex. I spelt it ALES.
Oh,
because they're near each
X
other.
And S are right there, yeah.
Right there. And so I hit the wrong one, and I didn't realize it. And so he noticed it. He must either looked at the show notes or something. I bet you what he does is before every snail mail episode, he just goes and look at the show notes and see if he's in it.
And if he's not, he doesn't listen to it.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I think he's going to call in and he's going to accept it. I think he said he likes it.
Okay, well, good.
Alice.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Alice. We'll see. He calls back after this next one. So
okay.
We'll see if that's it or if it's later on in the show or the list here. We had 30 voicemails, by the way.
30.
So we brought the total down from week to week, which is great.
Okay, but where did it? So I've been keeping track of this lately, so we can see it. So we started at 34 last time, and we did 8.
Okay, so it got us down to 26,
and now we're at 30.
So yep. So we only got 4.
We got 4. That's a reasonable start.
Thank you, guys.
We can do 4 episodes this week.
Yep. All right. Next up is Gnarly Marley.
Gnarly Marley, what's up, buddy?
Here we go.
What's up, guys? Gnarly Marley here. Hey, I got to correct or give Tyler a little bit of information, aka shake weight. Boise, Idaho. Within 30 minutes, you can surf, ski, and whitewater raft. Payette River, Bogus Basin, Boise River. You can do all 3 within 30 minutes of each other in the same day. But yeah, California is not the only place. I'll keep it short so you guys can possibly catch up. Talk to you guys later.
I mean, if you're just talking about surfing on a river, then we can do all that. I mean, I can go skiing and then river rafting and surf while I'm river rafting. That's
at the same spot in the river.
Yeah, on the same spot in the river within 5 minutes of each other. All right. No, it's that's cheating. I think it's cheating.
Yeah, we're talking an actual ocean wave.
Oceans.
But what's okay? So let's back up just a little bit though.
Okay.
What if it's like a Great Lakes wave? What if it's a legitimate?
That's what had occurred to me. I was like, do the Great Lakes count or
Yeah.
a lake wave? Like if you're legitimately surfing on an actual like surfable wave that's created due to currents and wind, right?
Okay. Yeah. Not just current
Yeah.
and a rock.
Yeah. Right. Just don't end up on the rock. I might give that a pass.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So-
somebody in like up near the Great Lakes area could probably go skiing, whitewater rafting,
Yeah.
and surfing all in one day.
Maybe.
I don't know. We might start another camping versus glamping segment called "Surfing or Not Surfing."
Yeah. Or where can you whitewater raft, surf, and ski within within a day? Do you
Yeah.
live in that area? Where is that?
Yeah, and a day as in sun up to sundown.
Yes.
So
Not 24
curious.
hours.
I would like to know more places in the U.S. you can do that at.
But here in Northern California, we're probably, what would you say, 3 hours from an actual skiing place to an actual surfing place?
About three and a half.
3.5 hours from the peak of the mountain to the ocean.
Yeah, I would say not Sugar Bowl. What's that one right off Highway 80? Boreal. I think Boreal would be the closest to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the exit for Sugar Bowl, though, is before Boreal,
that's
but
true.
it's farther
It's
back.
Further back, yeah.
And then, unless you do Soda Springs, but that's not really a fancy ski ranch. I don't know.
Yeah.
Regardless, so from Boreal, you've got to drive down the mountain a little bit to hit a whitewater rafting spot, and then you got to drive down a little ways more to get to the ocean.
Yep.
But it's all within a 3-hour area to
Yep.
cross.
Yep. All right, cool. Next up is Alice.
Alice.
Sorry, Alice. For Botches Off-Road.
Yep.
Here we go.
Hey, Jimmy. Hey, Tyler. It's Alex from Botches Off-Road. So I'm actually calling for Zach from Oklahoma. If you want to read more books, definitely check out Dan Greck. We have an interview with him on our podcast. It's worth going and listening to. He wrote a book called The World Chose Me, and he's got a second one. I can't remember what he called that one. Amazing author, incredible guy, incredible story. He talks about his trip across the Pan American. Yeah, it's good, man. Dan's an awesome dude. So yeah, definitely check him out. The books, I mean, once I started reading the first one, I basically didn't stop until I ran out of time, which was like 6 hours later. And I've got like 10 pages left, but I just haven't had time to finish it. So yeah, you definitely check that book out. Yeah, that's it. I guess book recommendations for Zach. We should just, if he wants to read books, we should all just call in and give him book recommendations. I guess also if you're into military sci-fi, check out Expeditionary Force. That's an incredible book series. But yeah, catch you guys later.
Cool.
There
Two
you go.
people I've never heard of, so I'll have to check those out.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think one of my favorite books is Why Do Men Have Nipples? So just FYI, just putting that one out there.
All I've got a fun book suggestion. It's sort of it's sci-fi / end of the world kind of thing, which is always I like that thought process in my mind. I don't know why the like solo, like kind of, I'm not quite a prepper, but I like to think about prepping in a way.
Okay.
But I'm not, it's not who I am.
You just haven't gone full prepper yet.
I haven't.
You're half prepper.
Kind of. I got a truck that can take me places.
Yeah.
But I enjoy the mindset of like, and the solo side of things of like, if there is a doomsday, like, can I handle myself or, survive to some extent? Anyway, so there's a book called Lucifer's Hammer, and it's about a comet hitting the earth and then surviving after the fact. But one of the things that's really cool about that book, at least for me, is a lot of it takes place here in California and talking about the Bay Area and the Central Valley flooding with water and just, and I could kind of put these things in my mind of like where they are in time and like how they're dealing with it. And it was really kind of neat, but it was a fun book called Lucifer's Hammer.
Nice.
So pretty neat. Doesn't have anything to do with religion.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Some book recommendations on the Snail Trail 4x4 Book Club. That's now on Friday's episodes. Next up is Jeff Morgan from Oregon.
Jeff Morgan. So what's up?
Let's see what we've got today. It looks like this might be Axle Talk.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Jeff from Oregon calling in about your guys' last podcast about mile marker hubs. They suck. I had the same problem with them in a CJ years ago. I'd go out somewhere and they just wouldn't lock, and I tried different greases. I tried filing on them. I tried tapering the edges. And then once I got them to work okay, they just broke. And I know Tyler doesn't seem to care about that kind of stuff. But, yeah, they sucked. The other thing, electronic lockers. If you would have busted out your multimeter that you carry with you, you could have troubleshot that locker pretty quickly. But I don't really care for them. There's a couple different reasons why. My prior career, I worked on electric brakes, big electric brakes in industrial applications. And one of the things that goes against an electronic locker, several things, is they're constrained by size. There's a few things when you look at the formula for an electronic solenoid or an electronic magnet that moves something is the permeability of the steel. That's how soft the steel is typically. It's typically iron, and that's the core of the electronic magnet that sometimes moves. It's the plunger. The number of turns of wire, that's limited by the size. So the number of turns, how many the coil of wire goes around the chunk of metal you're trying to move. The current, how much power in amps you're putting through the coil. That's limited because of the size of an electronic locker. The length of the solenoid, again, it is constrained by the size of the locker. That's why I just don't like them. I just don't think you can get enough force and enough velocity to actually get the lockers to engage constrained inside of the differential. That's why the 9-inch, they don't make one, because the 9-inch differential is super, super narrow. That's why it's strong, too, because the actual carrier can't twist. So I just think they suck. On a side note, Toyota E-Lockers, everybody's had problems with those over the years. There's a company, I cannot remember the name of it now, is making a air solenoid to actuate those electric lockers. By the time you piece the two together, it's more than an ARB. But, yeah, I just think electric lockers suck, and just like Land Rovers.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's for sure. I still, like, to this day, I've had mile marker hubs on multiple vehicles now, and I broke the only set I've broken so far was due to my own stupidity of not tightening the stud nuts on the Toyota hub housing. And by not tightening them, I lost some of them, which made the thing rotate and sheared off the other two, the two that were left, even though there should be 6, because I broke one already and didn't replace it and thought that 5 would be enough. And then 2 or 3 came off and sheared the other 2. So anyways, that was my own stupidity. But I called my own marker and told them I was stupid about it. And they still gave me a free hub. A free set of hubs, even though I only broke one of them too. So, that hub is right down there. We could probably pull it out and show it on the camera. But anyways, I digress. That was the only issue I've really had with my marker hubs up until this point of it not locking in the, down at Hammers. Right. So, it's been locked in since then, running the tracks. Haven't had any issues with it. And I believe in really good customer service. And so far, my marker has been great customer service. And I haven't felt like I found the weak points of their hub yet. Now, if you're the first person I've heard of that has had constant issues of my marker hubs not locking in, so, you know, if it becomes a consistent problem, then yeah, I'll probably have to go away from them. But, yeah, anyways, so that's the mile marker hubs.
Yeah. E-Lockers. I mean, I don't have too much to say about your response. Your claims are warranted.
For sure.
I don't know. I've never paid that much attention to an E-Locker as much as you have. You definitely seem like you're way more knowledgeable about those things than I am by any standard. And I just care if things work or don't work to some extent.
Yeah.
But what do you use then? Are you an ARB guy? Because that's really the only kind of other selectable locker, unless like
or an ox.
Yeah, manual kind of style. Or are you like a Detroit or spool situation? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I'm curious too, because like I don't get me wrong, e-lockers have their limitations, and you have to understand those limitations if you want to run e-lockers, such as you cannot lock an e-locker mid obstacle. It doesn't want to work, because you need about a quarter to half rotation of the tire, or the pinion, I should say, as we learned out.
Right.
In order to get an e-locker to lock first. So the way I run e-lockers is I just lock my rear end when I start the trail and drive the whole trail with my rear end locked, and then engage and disengage the front locker when I think I'm going to need it climbing an obstacle. And I do that 10 feet or so before I get to the obstacle. So I know it's locked and engaged when I get there. But yeah, you can't lock them in the middle, also because of that issue that he's kind of stated, is they don't have the oomph to be able to move the solenoid like an air locker does.
Yeah.
That's the great thing about air lockers, is that you can actuate them very quickly using air pressure. And because you can do that, you can lock them up in the middle of spinning your tires and spinning stuff in the middle of an obstacle. So air locker definitely has that leg up, I guess. But you need to make sure that your air system is working properly and it's properly maintained and it was properly installed, and that the plastic hoses you use to run your air lines are not getting old and brittle and break on you. And it's just another system that you have to add into your vehicle. You have to make sure your compressor's working. You're not burning up your compressor for some reason. You also, it doesn't seem like, maybe I just have really bad experiences with air lockers, but like there was gear oil all over the inside of the compartment where the ARB twin compressor and the locker solenoids were in the mule. So like, I was told that mainly gear oil coming back up locker solenoids was specifically like, it's just a known Toyota 8-inch differential ARB issue that nobody seems to fix.
Right.
And it happened with the Super Duty ARB lockers in the mule. So I don't really want gear oil everywhere coming out of locker solenoids. So, in terms of simplicity, I think e-lockers went out. They are going to have their strength limitations, but I'm not running Ultra 4. Like if I was running racing applications or wanted to be engaging lockers in the middle of obstacles, then I would probably go with an air locker and just deal with the gear oil and air system issue part of it. But I don't do that. I don't wheel that way. So there's limitations. The carrier is also weaker on an e-locker. Eaton pretty much makes like the carrier's the same size, and then they change the ring and where the ring gear bolts to the carrier. That's what they're changing to fit the different ring gears.
Interesting.
For everything. And then they use a different bearing set for the side gears, right? So, but like the quote unquote, the gears inside the spider gears and everything, locking mechanisms, they're all the same size pretty much on Eaton. So there is definitely a strength limitation to Eaton e-lockers versus ARB air lockers or Yukon zip lockers, etc. So yeah, there's definitely limitations, and I understand those limitations and I wheel accordingly because of those limitations, but that's also my choice that I've chosen to do. So
I'm a spool in Detroit.
Yeah.
So
if you just want the strongest fucking thing in your differential, then just put spools in front and rear and call it good.
Yep.
I don't know. But I am curious, Jeff, what do you personally run in your vehicles, and what do you think is the ultimate setup that most people should be running? So I don't know. You have a lot of experience, more than us, especially in installer and the engineering side of stuff. So I'm kind of curious, if you had to recommend for certain applications, what you would recommend for those different applications. So,
yep. Well, we hit our 4.
We did? Okay, cool. We can call it. We're good, man.
All right.
Let's keep going.
Few more.
Jeff Morgan from Morgan called back.
Oh, cool.
So he did call back right away. 9:21. He did call back right away.
Yeah.
Right.
He's correcting himself. He actually likes Elockers, not ARBs. That's
right.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
That's Jeff from Morgan calling back. I was going to mention on the industrial applications that I worked on, they would use step-down resistors. So what you do is you would have this big, giant electric magnet that was used. I predominantly used them on brakes, and you want to move super duper quick to like shut something off, stop something. And so you put all the current to it, and then you had what was called your holding resistor. So you'd have a 2 or 3 second timer, and then it would switch over, and it would put that resistor in series with the coil. Just think of them as 2 big resistors in series. All they're doing is making heat. And that would actually hold the thing, because otherwise it would burn that coil up over time of just running, the full amount of current through that electric brake. And so sometimes you'd have the holding resistor actually burn in half, and then the brake would chatter off and on, off and on, off and on, because it would, get to an open, then open the brake, and that kind of thing. And we weren't constrained by size most of the time. It wasn't inside of an existing differential. We could make the iron core, a foot long to do the work that we needed it to do. And we used our multimeter to troubleshoot them a lot. And the other thing I wanted to mention is Sterling lockers. They have electric lockers in the Sterling rear axles and Fords. I believe, I've never looked at the wiring diagram from Ford, but I believe they use a step-down resistor. I think that there's something in the ECM. I think there's a relay. There's something there that you don't put the full current. And if you took an electric locker and you held it in the unlocked position and put power to it, you will burn it up, because that resistance, once it moves and that iron core gets inside the coil of wire, creates a resistance to the current. So in other words, your current will drop once it's actually actuated. So it's not good to leave those E-lockers turned on and not actually rotate the drive shaft. It will burn that coil of wire up around the iron core of the E-locker. Yep. And Land Rover still sucks.
Interesting.
Yeah. That I didn't know.
No, I didn't. So if you what if you're driving and you turn your E-locker on right before you start your trip, and then so we drive on and we pause, but you leave your E-locker on.
Yep.
Is it heating that core up a lot?
That would be my guess.
So with an E-locker in this regards, are you just not supposed to have them on often? Are they supposed to be off all the time until you need the obstacle or need them for the obstacle?
Yeah.
And then turn them off?
So this is good question. So the concern would come down to, if you turn them on, that iron core that moves in the coil for the electromagnet, right? The iron core that moves and engages the lock to lock the locker, does that stay in that spot and then move back when you turn off? Is there a spring in there to actuate it, or does the iron core move according to the flow or lack of flow of current in the electromagnetic wire? Because he said specifically, if you're sitting for long periods of time without the drive shaft turning, that's what would burn up the coil.
Right.
But he also said if the iron core in the center is in the locked engage position, it lowers the resistance, therefore not burning up your coil. So does that mean that if your drive shaft is not turning, that the core springs back into the electromagnetic coil and sits there?
Yeah, I don't know.
The iron core only goes over to lock the differential if the drive shaft is spinning?
Or it slides over, because you have to engage E-lockers when you're not moving.
Mm-hmm.
So it slides over when you don't move. And then once you start moving, it slides out of position and away.
Maybe. I don't know. Follow-up question.
Like, another one,
Jeff.
Yeah. So Jeff, what do you run in your vehicle, and how does that iron core move, and how does it burn up, or what causes it? Well, we know what causes it to burn up, but how can you prevent it from burning up? How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my other question, because you keep mentioning it and bringing it up, is testing it with a multimeter. So in our specific situation, what we would have done was test the 2 prongs that are going and leading to the E-locker wiring that goes into the differential, into the carrier, the pumpkin. We would test that, and it would have told us that power was going, and it still wouldn't have fixed anything that we were doing.
Yeah.
So
I think then, can you assume that the locker is locking?
No, because there could be something mechanically wrong with the locker inside the carrier. So
yeah, we would know that the signal is being sent, but we would not have known if the locker was actually doing anything.
Correct.
Because the hub wasn't engaging, so you could still turn the wheels freely.
Yep.
So it was unknown if the locker was broken or not.
Yep. So, anyways, next up, and this might be the 2 we end with today.
Okay.
Nick from Montana
calls twice.
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go.
What's up, you fucking lizard lickers? Nick, I know on my last, I guess whenever, I don't remember if I left a message between here and then. But anyway, my last one, I sort of joked about killing myself. I want to make it clear, not suicidal. I have been there, done that. And I just want to say, as somebody who's lost more than a few friends to suicide, more than a few friends to combat and all that kind of stuff, taking yourself out is a fucking bitch move. It's cowardly, and it doesn't stop your pain. It only gives it to people that you love. One of the saddest fucking things I've ever had to do is listen to my buddy's kids say goodbye to him at his funeral. And I don't wish that for anybody. Anyway, other than that, so part of that is I don't drink anymore. I feel better, and the way that I deal with my emotions is going to the gym and trying to cause intense pain and suffering there. Anyway, it sounds like I'm going to be getting sent out to Stanford through the VA for another knee surgery and see if we can not have a knee replacement before my 40th birthday. So maybe I'll see you guys, and we'll try to link up while I'm out there, and if you're nice, maybe I'll share some of the meds. Anyway, love you, proud of you, gonorrhea.
Thank you, sir.
Depends on what kind of meds.
It depends. I thought you were gonna say it depends on what kind of gonorrhea.
That too.
Yeah, man. I think Jimmy and I don't know if you and I have ever discussed suicide.
No.
On air, off air, or anything, but I would imagine we feel pretty similarly about it.
I don't know. You tell me.
You tell me. No, it's not something to really joke around about. And I've known somebody that I've lost to suicide, and yeah, I agree. I think it's I don't know if it's a fucking bitch move, because it's this extreme set of circumstances mentally on people that go through that. But it's not a helpful move. It doesn't help. It doesn't help the pain go away. It exactly does what you said. It transfers your pain to the people you love that hopefully you do not want to go through. What I think that it's a very selfish move. And people need other people to understand them sometimes. And sometimes it's having the selfishness to say, Jimmy, I need to talk to you today. I don't care what you're doing. I just need you to talk to me, kind of thing.
I need you to listen.
I just need you to listen to me today. Is a way less of a selfish move than the suicide. So, yeah, it's a serious thing, and check in on your buddies if they're being quiet with you today. So,
yeah, I have a good friend. I haven't lost anybody directly to me due to combat stuff like Nick has, but I have lost a few friends due to suicide. One of them was a girl I was extremely attracted to in college.
Oh, wow.
And she took her life, which was a pain, which was really hurt me for a short period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I truly cared about that girl, like, almost the L word status.
Yeah.
But it's I understand where Nick's coming from. But I think the best thing you can do is really, reach out to people, talk to them. If you're feeling suicidal, there's suicide hotlines. Please talk to them. Call your friends, talk to your family. There's a lot of things. People care about you. And nobody wants you to go away, no matter what you think.
Yep.
Or how funny we might say stuff is.
Yeah.
There's always people out there helping, always people out there caring. So just reciprocate in any way you can. I have a friend right now who I think is going through some really tough times. I don't think he's suicidal, but he's going through some tough times. And I text him or try to give him a call every day just to check in, just to say, hey, how's it going? What are you up to tonight? How's your life going? Like, were you able to see your kids today? Just things like that. And just checking in to somebody that you care about that is going through a hard time, I think really means a lot to them as well.
Yep.
So, just care.
Yep.
I don't know how else to better say it. Just, care, show that you care and that, it'll turn them around hopefully in the future.
Yep. Empathy goes a long way in this world. So, care and understanding. So, all right, next up, Nick again.
Maybe some happy news this time, huh, buddy?
I will say fun note about Google Voice translations, text translations.
Yeah.
It refuses to write out cuss words.
No, really?
It'll just give the first letter.
Oh, so, and then like stars?
No, not even that. It just says F, B, F. It's not even stars or anything. It's just the letter F. Anyways, fun note. All right, here we go. Nick from Montana
you
again.
Mean F note.
F note, exactly.
Hey, Ghosts and Fuckers, it's Nick again. I just wanted to say, like, again, mental health, all that kind of stuff. If you are feeling that way and you don't have anybody to talk to, fucking call me. Jimmy or Tyler or whoever. Somebody can get you my number or DM me on Instagram, whatever. Like, I'm a millennial. I'm attached to my phone. You can get a hold of me pretty much day or night. I've been there and I've done that. And yeah. And I like understand loss and that kind of stuff that happens to people. And finding meaning in life again. Speaking of meaning in life, I struggle with not being able to do the things that I want to do because I have to think of other people, mostly my wife and kid. So I am, I guess, feeling a little incomplete because I have not been able to work on my Tacoma for like 2 weeks now, and it's just like gathering dust in like old toddler beds and the crib and the old desk. So anyway, I'm having those moments of like, oh shit, this project is going to turn out like every other project on the internet where like it's just some husk of a car sitting in a garage and nothing ever happens with it. So that's reinvigorating me to get back out and do stuff. I'm very much a like, you tell me I can't do it and I'm going to do it kind of personality, if that hasn't come across yet. Anyway, I am gonorrhea.
I don't think you can work on that truck, Nick.
I don't think it's possible.
I don't think it's possible either. I don't think you're ever going to finish it. So
I think I'm going to finish Samantha before you finish your Tacoma.
Oh, those are fine words.
5 years later. And I still got you beat. Yeah, we can, Nick, I'll even throw that out there. I'll include my very first YouTube video about Samantha in that timeline.
Okay.
See if you can beat that time.
All right, there you go.
Yep.
And then we'll see if we can get the mule finished before May.
There you go. I do want to comment though on letting clutter happen around your rig. That is the worst thing that you can do, especially if it's a project vehicle, because now not only can you just jump right in and start working on your vehicle, but now you have to clean up first before you can start working on something. So the best thing to do is always try to find somewhere else to put that instead of underneath the rig or right in front of the rig or on top of the rig or inside the cab or whatever it is. Find somewhere else because you need to leave the space around that vehicle, around your project vehicle clean. So then you can immediately start working on it. Ask me how I know that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to work on Samantha one day and I spent the entire day cleaning the shop instead, just because it was so dirty and things were so cluttered and the shop was a disaster around Samantha that I couldn't concentrate on working on that vehicle because I couldn't walk around well enough. I couldn't get around. I couldn't get to the places where I needed to work. So keep that space as clean as you can.
Yep. Cool. I like it. Looking forward to seeing a Tacoma done soon. All right.
Yep.
If he can. I don't know if he can do it.
Yep. And in regards to Nick's other 2 comments, if you are feeling suicidal and you need somebody to talk to, feel free to get in contact with Tyler and I or just message Tyler and I and ask for Nick's number.
Yep.
And we will connect the dots there for you guys for sure.
Yes, sir. I was looking for, where'd it go? I just refreshed the text messages and one of the text messages disappeared.
Wow.
I don't know.
You swiped the wrong way.
Oh no, there it is. Okay. March 13. So we're not close yet. Okay. Well, there we go. That does it for Snail Mail today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Have a great weekend. We will see you Monday. Hopefully you guys can give us lots of phone calls, lots of voicemails. We love hearing from you. And definitely, like Jimmy said, if you just need to talk to somebody, shoot us a message shoot us a DM, and we'll chat. So
definitely.
Yep.
Feel free to call us anytime, 916-345-4744, and we'll get to your voice message sometime.
Yes, sir. Everybody have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Bye-bye.
The number you have called has been disconnected.